Okay. Turn to page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme size, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of full-seen, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure white heap, curd like cloud, O Loksamdrakpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquence each adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginning. Especially what has contradicted 3 vows, each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned 8 mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Lobsang Drakpa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migmet Sewe Te Chen Chen Reizig Dreame Kempe Wang Po Jom Pel Yang Du Pung Malu Jom Se San Wei Dag Gang Chen Ke Pe Su Gen Song Kappa Lob San Trape Zabla So Wadeb. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagir on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child a lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics, that is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path. No exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the 3 times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate para som gate bodhisattva. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, dharmas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the 3 places Dakinis. Akasamarata. Tayata on gate para som gate bodhisattva. Through the power of truth of the exalted 3-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the 4 maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kurie soha. 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Peki Junshi Meto Trari Rabling Ni Degen Padi Sange Zingdu Mete Uwa Gidro Kuna Dag Zing La Jo Parsho Jesu Lama Dampa Genam He Kukala Kense Trindrigne Jitar Sampe Nam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Jongden Saki Jomnala Jaju Padu Kepsu Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyan Gepe Sonamki Drola Penchu Sange Drupa Show Jongden Songi Chomnala Jaju Padu Kepsuchi Dagi Chonyan Gepe Sonamki Drola Penchu Sange Drupa Show Sangha Sanghi Chomnala Jagju Bardu Dagi Kepsuchi Dagi Chomye Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchi Sangha Drupa Show.
Good morning. It's cold. Very cold. What degrees? 20. No, not bad. Maybe below zero. Are you cold? What are you eating? What are you eating? Okay. Good. Anyway, it's wonderful. Now, it's really winter. I also got very bad cold. Whole week I just slept. Because Saturday, Sunday, last Saturday, Sunday, already I have cold and I don't pay attention. Then Monday they say, now my turn. And I just sleep day or night. But not good. Do you get cold? Sick everyone? Once in a while? Yeah, I don't know, we put the flu shot, that doesn't work. Doesn't work, right? Is flu shot for cold?
It makes it less severe, that's what it does.
Really?
Doesn't prevent you from getting it.
Yeah, here, when you got cold, you cannot go to the see doctor. Doctor, nothing much to do, right? In India, you just go to doctor, they give the injection.
For a cold?
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, they give you injection, they give also IV.
IV?
Yeah?
For a cold?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very common. Yeah, they give also sometimes 2 injections here, one here, one. Yeah, in India they have doctor. You will feel it better just 2 days. I think they give very strong medicine. Anyway, it's wonderful. I think today is the last talk in 2018. Then anyway, times go very fast. It means also we're getting close to aging.
Oh, as you age, it goes fast.
Age go fast. Yeah, times go very fast, right? I don't know. I think maybe people are more busy than times go more fast. Like that, right? Anyway, it's wonderful, we're able to almost finish 2018. It's wonderful. Also this year also we have so many different activities we did. The picture slideshow. Do you know this guy? The painting guy? This is me. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we did a lot of activities for all different kinds. And this is, Kimber put together all the pictures for what we did this year, all different kind of things. It's like so the memory. I don't know, maybe you did that. Therefore, it's wonderful. We all did pretty good activities, It's through the arts also benefit a lot of people. We can do so many things to, so many different ways to benefit. Like you guys also write down, right? Every day what happened. Do you guys write down? You guys write down the good things, bad things all? Or only good things, or only bad things? The Westerns, they like, how you say, the costume. They write down whatever they did every day. But like Tibetans, they're not tradition like that. I think all different traditions are different, Like Western, tradition, they like to do plan, any kind. Even your plan, what are you going to eat tomorrow? Do you have a plan? Not yet? Yeah, right? Yeah. Your menu, right? Do you get to eat all the time same or every time different? Different things. I think I'm the only person to eat all the time same. I don't know, I like to eat the same things. Anyway, usually the Tibetan tradition, we don't have any plans, happen, just do that. The Western tradition, they like all plans, they write down all things. Then it's nice, usually I like that, to plans, The problem is when there are a lot of plans, when they change, then we are big. I did this a long time plan, but if we just give up that, then no problem. Yeah, it's my plan that doesn't work. But you maybe come to the Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, then you can learn so many different kinds of things too. All the time change, doesn't do things on time, doesn't do things the right way. Especially, like Tibetan, they do like the events, they never start on time. The Bangladesh is most worst. Bangladesh? No, they plan maybe like 10 o'clock. They just, even the organized people come 11 o'clock. They start to, it's very worse than Tibetan. Usually Tibetans also doesn't do the on-time things. The Western tradition, they like to think all just nice, Anyway, sometimes, good we just looking back to, okay, what I did this year. You did something useful, benefit, you can rejoice. It's, very good for us to daily practice. If you are also good type, good year, just rejoice. If you did good things, rejoice. If you saw people doing some good things, that's also rejoice. Rejoice is the most easiest practice and also powerful, get the merit. Especially though rejoice that yourself is also more powerful. 티 빼셔야 되는 거는 대형 수수기 치워를 지세나 치워나 아니 대양아서 지금 빼줘다.
So there's a text by Lama Tsongkhapa. I don't remember which text it is exactly, but there explains about the benefits of rejoicing in others' merits. So if we rejoice in others' merit and others' good deeds, then we accumulate same amount of merit as they do. So instead of feeling jealousy about their good deeds, we should feel we should be be rejoicing over their good actions.
대양의 수수기 제제 이상치나 텔레 좀 체르스. 수수기 제거들 지상 제거.
So if you also and you can also rejoice over your own good deeds. And if you rejoice over your own good deeds, that's even more meritorious.
Okay? Do you have anything to rejoice? Yeah, I did. Pretty very good, Then also second way, this is you can rejoice, and also to the motivation to take the next year also do same things. Not as okay, I'm give up. Okay, I'm try to little bit less. Not like that. We need good things, good deeds. We need more, never ever enough. Okay, this is very important. Sometimes we have also say, okay, yeah, I know things, yeah, I know that, yeah, all the time they talk something, yeah. Then we just slowly, just step back. This is we get some blessing for the maras. Then we have to be careful. Even His Holiness Dalai Lama, 83 years old, still he studied a lot. Like last year, he was in Boston 2 days. That time I was able to get very close to him, 2 days. As soon as he come out the events, then he have some tea. Then he already start book open. He's reading the books. One of the Lama Tsongkhapa's book, he told me to bring the book. Then since I give the book, he just open the book, even he have some tea, just reading the book. He knows all that things, but never ever enough to study and never ever enough to also practice. Therefore, try to keep our study and practice much as you can. This is very important. We need to motivation that. If you don't have much motivation, then your body, okay, I want to do that today. I'm skipped today. Right? It depends on our motivation, right? Anything you're really interested to do, you're always there. You really motivation thing, okay, I have to do that, I have to go there, I have to practice that, then you're always there. Your motivation say, okay, yeah, it's not, yeah, I did last year, or I did 2 years ago, or I have to do that, or I did that many times. Then we lose the opportunity, because our motivation already take back. Therefore, always try to keep the motivation, okay, I have to do that. Sometimes, in different reasons, then we are not able to do that. It's okay. We are not lying. Okay? This is always try to motivations, try to keep things to much as you can. That's very important. We need to always motivation. Then therefore if we did any good things this year, it's okay, I'm very great to do that like that. I have to do next year or something like that. You have to just put the good motivation. Okay? I don't know. I don't know who did that. Someone's making noisy. Then if we have something to regret for this year, okay, I shouldn't do that, or I couldn't do that. Then also you can motivation, okay, I never do that. Like you can promise, okay, this year I did that, but next year I'm never do that. Just try to promise. This kind of thing is very, very helpful. Otherwise, same as you guys write down the paper. Then you write down the paper, then you know what to do, where we're going. If you don't write, then you guys have no idea, like that. If you have no motivation, it doesn't work. Okay? This is very important to our daily life. Then of course, we're not always good. We always do mistake. It's okay. It's nothing too serious. It's okay. Because we are the human being, not Buddha. Don't be discouraged. Can we say that? Yeah, don't be discouraged, okay? Don't be upset. Don't be stressed. Okay? We can have, we are still in samsara. We are not yet Buddha. Are you guys Buddha yet? Almost there? On the way? Close there? No, it's okay, We are not Buddha. Therefore, we need things to do. We need so many things. We do a lot of mistakes. It's okay. Nothing big deal. The main thing is, if you do something wrong, you just recognize that. Just accept. But we don't accept. This is the problem, right? No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't know that. Oh, really? Oh, I don't remember that. This is, you can accept, but you do not regret. No, it's not disappoint yourself. Even if you do something wrong, it's not purpose, because controlled by the ignorant. Right? Therefore, these things, very simple things, but you keep your mind is very unique to daily use things, okay? When we look since today, since we childhood, we have so many times. We have good times, we have bad times, we have terrible times, we have very great times, but still we are walking. Okay? Then also I would like to say thank you for everyone. We have so many things to done this year. Everyone are very hard working, physically, mentally, financially, any kind. Because without everyone to work together, we cannot do so many things. Therefore, I always say, through the Kurukulla Center, there's so many benefits, a lot of benefits. The last year also we organized the Thara Puja and the Lama Zopa, maybe over 200 people. Because we have the Kurukulla Center, we able to host like that kind of big pujas. Even usually Tibetans have not much feeling when they go to temples. Their temple, they go all the time like that, yeah. But here, even the Tibetans come here, they say, we come here, they have a different feeling. Do you guys have a different feeling? Yeah. I'm honest, I have not much feeling. Maybe I'm just staying, maybe I go some other place, maybe some feeling. Yeah, this is, therefore, there are a lot of, Tibetans, even Tibetans, when they come here, even some smile, they can see the colors, they feel different. It shows a lot of blessings here. Therefore, if we keep the blessing place, we need to also so many different ways to support, work together. Therefore, all the workers, everyone, I like to say thank you, good job, rejoice. Also, sometimes I did, how is that? Punish? How is it?
Stole.
Stole? How is it?
Stole. It's like when you say, no, you couldn't have done it that way.
Yeah, well,
Stole.
stoles, yeah. Scold, scold?
Scold.
Scolds, yeah. Yeah, scolds, you know. Yeah. You know. But I had scolds, you know, but next day I'm scolds all gone. I couldn't keep. You know, when that time I was also scolds Tibetans. Do that, don't do that. In the sense, you know. Therefore, we did very good things, you know, this year. We done a lot through the Kurukulla Center, benefit a lot of people. Therefore, you know, just our individual one person is not able to do a lot of things. Through the organized, through the center, we can do a lot of things. Therefore, we all doing pretty good benefit for other beings. I always say, you benefit other beings means not necessarily you have to go to feed the homeless people. Not like that, you know, any kind. Therefore, everyone will work hard, you know, try to keep center going. Therefore, thank you everyone. Then also we continue everyone and motivation. I mean, we are ready to 2019. Right? You know, we have to like that kind of motivation always. Then I hope this year also you become a little bit
So I hope that you had some, you know, improvement, you know, in your practice, and you know, then gain some sign of realizations.
Anything? You don't feel anything? Just same person? 다시 인지 말때 나도 삼로 여보 있다나 싶나 삼로 땅땅래 직 강에다 온테나 tel라 동네 체다 다시 락 말했어.
So I don't think it will be same, right? There will be definitely some differences, like even the way you think, you know, from before then, you know, compared to the time right now, the way you think right now. And even also when you face some difficulties and how you handle that is much different than how you used to do before, right? So you can see that kind of changes in yourself, you know. So if you don't think about it, then of course we will not see the changes much, you know. So definitely there has been some changes. There has been some changes going on. So of course that change has to happen in the mind. So just like, you know, it is said in that's one of the, you know, the advice, you know, or precepts, you know, of the mind training, is that, you know, you have to change the mind, not the outside, you know, expression, not the outside appearance, you know, but the inside mind. So if you want to see the changes in the appearance, in the outside, the external appearance, then that's a sign that, you know, the internal mind is not, you know, changing much. And so basically, you know, our purpose, you know, of the study and practice of the Dharma is so that, you know, we can have a happy mind and, you know, more subdued mind. So we all do have some kind of difficulties, right? Some problems, you know, some have small, some are big, but, you know, we all have some level of, you know, problems and difficulties. It's just that some of us, we, you know, express it, some of us we don't express it. So at that time, it will be very, very beneficial, if you can apply the practice of the mind training.
그러와 아니 텐데가 로종은 냠라 때네 텐데가 간도 셈는 저원로 아니 소부 삼바 남다 성도는 텐데가 저원로 그래서
And so through that practice, of the mind training, it will really, bring the changes or transformations in our mind.
강들은 수수 리다 셈라테 강에도 같은 트베 갑라야 아니 다가je 돈리가 냠바다 로종은 냠레나 돈리가 냠레 또 제네시 검토가 있나 텐데 뱅교서로 와
And so if you can, engage in the practice of mind training, like, the practice of taking and giving, then when you face some difficulties, physically or mentally, then that will be really helpful, for yourself.
와 아니 간도 지금 가지고 담아다다 간지 텐데 강에 트베 갑다 라한테 로종 걸 받을 거 송도 와
So it's advised that we have to immediately, apply the practice of the mind training, the moment we face some adversities.
아니 텔라 다도 텔라 간도 곰라 자스칸 송송와
So whatever you face at that time, and apply it to the practice.
아니 땡이 상처남도 저세다 텐데 용도 와 남도 당도 땡이 현절로 가는 제고 그래서 가는 제야요 성도 좀 고르고 와 골고루 와
And so it says, they transform the adversities, into the path, to enlightenment. So we might wonder how we transform that, right?
아니 대변아 다 전화서 변아 지금 리다 샘 간지 나 강에도 트베 갑라야 다 카도 타노 섬 당고요 해서
And so when you face some difficulties, either mentally or physically, then at that time, immediately at that time, you have to think, of the mind training.
맨날 다 소소 텐데기 가르다나 다 냠뇨서가 만도 텐데기 다 내수들 소소 찾아봐라 그 제게면도
And so when we have, faced, with that difficulties, then we have already faced it, right? There's nothing you can do about it.
텐데 제가 갑라야가 소소 강데 정하셔 섬로 다들 도지 장와서 소소 그냥 사샤베 아니 레전드 버래 다가 내 냠뇨 텐데데 정말 때네 아니 샘제 세안들이 많이 와쇼 샘제 찔러 많이 와쇼 근데 샘제 참아 용하게 쳤던 거랑 근데 이게 다 내수대에서 가면 냠뇨서 가면 강에서 가면 로요 삼바나 띵에 샤줄라비 줬어요.
And so what I mean is, like, you can't do anything for it to not happen. It's already happened. You can't do. Then, of course, you have to apply. Of course, you can do something to, make it easy, or not have that kind of more suffering and so forth. Right? And for that, the best way is to apply into the mind training practice. And so at that time, when you face that difficulty, then that's things. Oh, this is because of my own negative karma that I'm experiencing this. So by experiencing this now, I'm getting rid of my negative karma. So it's very good that it happened now. Like, if you can think like that, then your mind will be at a very much ease. And not only that, but also think about other people who are going through the same kind of difficulties, and think about taking their suffering upon yourself as well. And so by you experiencing this, and you think that you have freed all other people who are going through that, other beings who are going through the same kind of problems. So think that I'm in experiencing this on behalf of all sentient beings, that they will not have to experience their share of their suffering. And so if you think like that, then your problem becomes much less.
배차잖아 배는 감도 뱅고나 나와이나 다 고나 냠뇨 트라트네 다 대담대다 수질은 마용 오쇼 만데 쇼마데가 심지 참아 영화도 고쳐버 쇼나 다 띵에 샹절람 줄스 대용도 같은 sense.
So for example, when you have a headache, like for example, you have a headache, and at that time it says, oh, just like I do, just like I have headache, and may other beings not have this kind of headache. May I be able to be an experience on behalf of all of those beings, so that they will not have to go through the headache like that. So if you think like that, then that's transforming that adversity, or a difficult situation into the path to enlightenment.
And then somlo 대단 애니 메사고 요레스.
So with that thought, then you can take the medicine.
야 somlo 대단에 다 된데서 매 맞나 야 고녀사거든 와.
So with that thought, if you just sit like that, maybe you might have just headache keep on going, right? So you have more problems. So with that thought, then you should still take the medicine.
제산 덤바질라 랑사 쇼세 때네 송도 와 되는 것이. 아니 삼보다도 저접 아니 실라고 제대로 집받치고 들어.
So that's what it's saying. Like, so you should change the mind, change the internal thought, but external experience. I mean the appearance should keep the same.
장고는 미식 송도 제가 던다치라야 만장자 사다는 추세면 저와션 로 말했어. 던다치라 로종걸 송도는 땡땡 저완도 송도.
So His Holiness mentioned also that if you keep on reciting Om Mani Padme Hum throughout the week, it will not transform you so much. But if you engage in the practice of mind training, it will definitely transform you.
대선도만 야 만다는 배요 말라고 말다.
But that doesn't mean that there is no benefit of reciting Om Mani Padme Hum.
오케이. 근데 이제 간도 다 배라 빼면서 그 안에 개파 냠렘바 안에 게람을 발라이죠. 아니 공고 송고래. 제가 던차 찌라야 로종걸 섬도 야보 치탕 와 있나. 제가 만도 시기 말했어 송고래.
And also there is this great master, Urgyen Lamrimpa, in Tibet. He also mentioned that it's impossible for transformations to not happen if you engage in the practice of mind training for a week.
오케이. 어때지? 근데 이제 딱 간도 냠레 때문에 로치라 로종 집에가 아니 그대 소대 아니 소소 다른 게 저도 삼바집어 요 말다 가로 삼바집어 마치 바나 지가로 삼바다 야보 요 말다 라고 말다 근데 다 제월라 때네 소소 삼바다 야야야로 봐.
And so the result of having done all these practices and studies throughout the year, the basic result you should have is have a transformation in your thought and happier mind, and better mind. And of course I don't mean that you don't have a good mind. You have good mind, but as you do practice, you should make it better and better every day.
오케이. 아니 테나야 삼삼 전화 아니 로존나 뉴모강 슈지나 대담보 메워서 그러서도 뉴모 슈쳇.
And then also it is said in the teaching and the mind training that you have to apply antidote to the delusion that is most strongest. That's the strongest in your mind.
나도 타마 집어 말해. 나도 근데 뉴모 요딱 집어다 뉴모 슈슈 나도 라마라 요래 가가.
So we are all different, right, in terms of what delusion is more strong in each of our mind, right? So we all have delusions, but some people have anger more and some people have attachment more, like that, right?
아니 지나서 옆에나 니코야 가오서다.
So for example, who likes to sleep most? Who?
알아?
Sleep.
Sleep all day night? No, not like that. 아니 뭐지? 아니 지나서 미셴베기 꼴에 계시야 쓰고였잖아.
Who likes to talk most about other people?
더서마도 쥐어다. 대 쥐어 거 봐.
Those are false.
아니 okay, I don't know. 도대체 둘 싸움당하다. Okay, I'm not very short tempered. This always bothers me. 나도 이것도 봐. 내가 생각해서 네 가디는 가 빼. 그럼 뭐든지 빼기는 가.
Just
I forgot Tibetan. I forgot the Tibetan language was a lot of words. 야, 가디는 가 네 자신 무슨 것도 용어도 왔어.
Something like that we feel so irritated by. Something. Oh, this thing irritates me so much. You feel like that? Something that.
근데 여는 아니 미스기 티칸을 내가 지워.
So like anything, so some can be some object or some action, right? Reaction from other people, somebody, the way they talk to you always irritates to you. Something like that, right? So if you have something very strong like that, then you should work on that.
Okay, other example. 아니 소속이 잘라 샤여와나 미셔바가 가지 사자도 지워 잡잖아. 담미 쑥들 짰으면 보시겠습니다.
So sometimes you arrange the things in a certain way, right? And then somebody comes and changes it. Does that irritate you? Who gets most irritated?
근데 라오 말이 저 섬다다.
You don't have to say. You can. I get it.
야. 아니 소속 감박은 둘에 모타샤잖아. 술을 넣고 됐어.
So who gets irritated when someone else parks a car in front of your house?
대gan도 요거도 대용도 가래. Why he drive all the time? Park all the time, my problem, right? 도저히 섬다 수수상하지네. 드네치나 알레다 문 생각도 섬마다 가도 요모 가게도 휴시하나 가게도 장고 저 하고면도.
So if you have to think like that, then you will find out which delusion you have more strong in your mind, right? Otherwise, if you don't think, then you don't know which one is strongest in your mind, and you don't know which one you have to apply antidote to the delusion first.
This doesn't bother me. Now, it's very bothering me all the time. Then something that Suzu in Yomo Kang Shucha, but Kanji Ted Hako, they are going to tell a chick. I'll tell him my own Tapino Karechendo. And it's some touch or
And so you have to find out which one is most strong, in your mind, and then you can apply antidote to try to minimize that delusion in your mind.
Yes.
So, when you get irritated at things, it's not necessarily anger,
Yeah.
but it's like strong irritation. What is that feeling? Because it's not anger, it's not, I don't know, it's like
Solo.
I get that a lot. I get irritated a lot by
가래 되는데 건도 말아서.
Kanedo.
다들 just 무서워야 돼. 이거 just 무서워도 미카시 계제셔당다 지금 제당 차량 아주 just 무서워도 대인가 just 무차도 되게 가는 건 건도 서고 그래서.
The control lag martade. Tangato te zoto maro. Kaying telangazo zogum chito marta. Control round marta. The tiggaji control kiong. Control ngeno do warsa. Ngado pegel migalonde.
그래 건도 하는 가서 나도 년년왕에서라. 년년왕에서라. 년년유신하라.
Pajitene yujetat. Kaje zomata washita.
I don't remember the word, but I mean, yeah, it is a part of anger. It is related with anger, not an anger exactly, but so anger will be the root delusion, right? One of the root, one of the 6 root delusions, and there are like 20 secondary delusions. So it falls into that category, of anger. It falls into the category of anger. It's not anger, but it's not like real anger, but yeah, with that, when you have that, then you get angry, and then somebody irritates you, and then you become angry with them. So it leads to the anger. So it's like a secondary,
It's based on your attachment, really. I mean, to the way you want things to be.
Yeah.
Te nyomorda, nyomorwa nyomo. Kaje rangam jen kare sem ta majwa.
차봐라도 소소하게 내 뒤단데 내에서 지금 차대로 해.
제다 de chabe kodoro redo was.
Yeah, so of course, that can lead you to become, angry. Yeah, the attachment to something, and when you harm to that, then that can lead you to to become angry.
Tene yebakalta susugo ale tate samsam ngazo susugo komshige don lege do was. Mikaje de chile kadi chile gagmudo kare mayna. But mikaje bena susu komshige jene chalaga pe yabo shag do was. Mikaje ya chalaje kalana yu shag do was. Susu komshige ramna do.
So that's your habit, right? So people's habit, so how they want to put the things around. Some people, they just scattered everywhere. Some people, they just organize everything nicely, like that. So it all depends on how their habit is.
Pechena ta michile bena susu kor sama pe yabo songijena ani mis shamba de yabo mate tengazo selme ko chasmo yongors. Ah chasyo le yabo macho wajine. Kan yawa do tama macho de chasmo lege do.
So some people who are so habituated with the organization, like organizing everything properly, and when they see other people very messy, that also disturbs them. It says, oh, why couldn't they just arrange the things nicely? Why do they just scatter everything all over the place like that?
Tendeza da nganzu namju susugo shirodo tama yawo shira chege urte. Ta nalo de shira tama cheto mo do te. Na nalo de tama kan ta chege pene ga shimor.
So we pay attention, so much in our organizing the external things, but not the internal mind. So we should pay more attention, to our internal mind. Is that disturbing you guys? You're all watching there instead of listening here.
I think you got to watch that. I think already saw everyone. Just maybe off that. Maybe you can, Devra, you can turn up you can off a little bit.
Turn off. There's a remote there. Yeah.
Otherwise, you already saw. Otherwise, everyone. Telangado nala mage lost it. Nala mage lost it.
Is that on the Kurukulla website?
Ah no.
No?
Telangado nala mage lost. Chance mik pagita. I'm doing that. Nyejo koge mare.
So you have this inattentive, inattentive mind. So it appears but not apprehended, not ascertained. Appears but not ascertained. Yeah, so that so that both way. You're listening here, but you're not really paying full attention. So you're goes that way. But you're watching there, and then you're also not. You're trying to listen also, so you're not watching it fully.
근데 저도 다다 믹처는 맞지마치네 믹 파마도지는 그냥 가르간도 주시는 저도 장시야요.
So whatever you saw there earlier, right? I mean, on your side, right? So whatever you saw there, can you remember all the things now? So that's the incentive, right? So you really didn't pay the full attention.
I don't know who did that.
You listen there,
The
you watch there a little bit, and you listen here a little bit. So you don't have
No,
the full attention.
I thought you did that. Okay. 뭐 드리자 아니 수수고 남주네 수수도 som다 나도 라로 코드 맞게 봐인 봐인서 수수하고 그러고 아니 가디 수수 짜스 못 치나 가리 짜스 못 치나 대 짜스 못 지용한테 마요 탑시 제거 빼는 것이 온도.
And so of course oneself is not hidden to oneself, right? So you know what's going in your mind, and so whatever is more strong, then you should try to apply an antidote to that.
아니 대 탑신도 가네도 아니 지금 검전에 야간도야 삼무당다지나 야간도야 아무나 아니 미년도 계시나 야간도야 도저는 삼무당은 가도 충원도 아니 직 충원도 아니 충원도 숨전에 주망가도 빼내려 자로 가르쳐놓고 람보치도 집어자로.
So whatever irritates you most, so you think about that, and then try to see what method you can use, either by doing meditation or by not thinking about it, or by talking to somebody, whatever method you can apply to overcome that, and try to do that. And then later as it becomes smaller, then it will be like nothing there. So you'll feel nothing when somebody does that to you.
But then kala 지금 소소 짜스 모델 가봐야 근데 곰 잡는 선받집을 흘려잖아. 따때 약수도 자고요.
So the best way to overcome it is through meditation. If you can overcome that through meditation, that's the best way.
아니 근데 전에까지 선받만 흘려줘도 따때 약수도래요.
So if you become more relaxed, your mind becomes more relaxed, after applying meditation on that, then that will be the best.
당가도 되는 짜스 못 가봐야 야무나 신화서도 고마져가 야무나 잔수가도 고마져버리는 거. 따때 그 답이 담아도 그래.
And so when you have that kind of irritation, you say, I want to just get out of here, and then you just take for a walk, in the forest or on the beach. That's just to overcome at that time. But then when you come back, then it comes back again, right? So that's a very, very, the least, method to overcome it.
드레이자 야수 드레이 지금 샘라 다 수수고 짜sem들에 이거 가봐야 안 뒤서셔나 로종 것도 돼 삼다 안에 돈낸 것도 돼 삼다 아니 제와이나 땡데들 팽거서 봐 드레이 제나 안에 수수고 지 롭도 거 드레이자 아니 야포지 로와이나 아니 간도 칼리칼리 아니 슈마네 지 셜록지 자스라고 간도 샘바치는 이제 왔다 마도 와 작으러 와 자, 요살다 이 작으러 와서 차 요살에 나도 작은 들 나가 매다스.
So the best method, best way to overcome it would be through meditation, meditating on the mind training, like why it's happening, and also why it's not important, to be irritated and so forth. All these things, through the mind training practice, when you overcome that, then later, when you face that problem again, it will not bother you. So I'm not saying it will not bother you, but it will come to the point where it will not bother you.
아니 사버다 다 대상 갑래 양간도 지비다니 텔라테네 가서 뭐 헬랭도 또 뺏어서 채운도 가서 지비 그나 산주다 텔라테네
가도 뭐
그래 가서 생각하고
알아 gossip 알아
되게 소소 좁보 잡으면 남인 잡으면 침대 잡으면 소자할 때 주도신이 명강도 제가 시에 말했어.
So especially nowadays, we gossip a lot, especially through watching TV, the news. So something comes on the news, and then we talk about that a lot. And then that's very, something very important, I think, to watch over, because that can cause a lot of problem, a lot of disharmony, among the friends, among the families, and so forth.
근데 이제 저도 뺏어서 제가도 주동가도 제가 남중원에 제 맡아봤지. 되게 야시, 파시, 투시, 아니 소소고 조보다 잡으면 남에 대한 잡으면 잘 어떻게다 주도면가도 주도자 내 맡아 빼낸 것이 뭐래.
So something that has nothing to do with us, we shouldn't take that too seriously. those news things, that comes in. So sometimes some people take it very seriously, and then they talk a lot on that, and then that causes disharmony in the friends, among the friends, and among the families. So something that doesn't, have much, to do with you, you should not be bothered by that.
양 삼성원도 되는 양 맨날 가서 삼다다 가지 나한테 지도 열어 봐 지도 랭거로 왔어요 나도 샤제는 되게 말았대 삼거리다 그냥 듣기샤 마시고 땀지 저한테 지도 랭면 그 정거요 말아.
So sometimes you might say, no, I have to, talk about it. I have to, be involved. I have to talk about it, and so forth like that. But just because you didn't talk about it doesn't mean that you're not involved. You're not, paying attention to it.
오케이, 단속배 남준 냉강도 예린예리 고야 예린예라 냠내치고 어떻게 뭐 요것도 와.
So those are something that we have to put into practice on a daily basis.
근데 시지 전화서도 시는 냠 두고 말아. 시지도 시는 냠 두고 말아.
So most of you don't like meet together with your friends, right?
그래봐. 전화 폰 대잖아요.
Mostly just communicate with the text messaging.
그래봐. 룸 되는 데로 나 텍스트 메시지 다셔. 깨단도 말아.
So even if somebody you need to call from the next room, you will just send them a text message. You will not walk there and call them, right?
대조 다 대상당도 대립 그때 맞이나지다. 다 되게 뭐도 못 바르고 내가도 빼 타르를 샤는 거.
So because of the time now, and everybody is just doing that, but that is causing distance, among the people, right?
배는 간도 가디나 미념 듣는 간도 소일레기도 chanle기도 간도 가디나 미 통데 소들레도 시시는 소일레기도 왔어.
So when you see the people, you get the feeling from them, right? Do you see when you keep on seeing somebody every day, you get feeling from that person, right?
된대기 미대니 마치 수수 마도치마도 수수 세마씩 또 말하고 자기도 해줘. 이거도 해야 돼.
So somebody that you meet every day, or very often, if you don't meet for a long time, then you feel like empty, right? Something missing, right? You miss that person.
다 대선 fonde가 소자. 다 미치 두고 말. 다 되게 미 빠라게 피는 레와데 샤타 세와데 플라노 거다.
So nowadays they all communicate with the phone, and they don't have that, the direct interaction with the person, so they get distant, from each other.
배는 간도 다 지나서 돼야 하면 거지. 대상 간도 배회 날 때래샤. 다 스마트폰도 좋고 사와지 뭐 같아 이제. 미가 냠도 돼야 돼. 냠도 계시면 너무 파줄 계시야 되거든.
So nowadays, like people in Tibetans also, in the Tibetan community, also people, they all carry smartphones, right? They all have this, the phone, a smartphone with the internet connection, and they're with many people, but they don't talk with each other. They're all on the phone, and who they're talking with on the phone? On other people on the other side of the world, sending message to them.
그래도 언도배나 트렌나로 마선도도 강가 폰들 술 밑에 계시 전에 카튼 자요 말.
So even in the train and buses, you see everybody just busy with their phone, right? They don't even talk to anybody next to them sitting in the next seat.
근데 되게 밑에 뭐 바라고는 대화 밑에 바로 대화 뒤에 라로도.
So that kind of causes the interaction and the relationship among the people disappear.
지나서 지지나 지다 되게 가리 계시라 되게 가르쳐야 되는 선은 맞이다. 대 쇼지는 것도 빼는 것이 버려야 생각도.
So you might be thinking, what is Geshe talking about this? So, but in some parts, in some cases, it's very important.
배 자세는 안조배나 실로거든 스코르도 앞에 스코르는 나는 나포져서 나도 밀 가고 싶어요. 코 안조는 안조 밀 좋아해 그래 코 안조들은 코로나 좋아해 안조로 좋아해. 셴바도 코로나 안조 좋아요 말. 가나 코도 남 안조 발은 내가 되면 이거 말.
So also the squirrel, there's one of the squirrels, the black squirrel. Have you noticed? They are come very close to you, right? You get some feeling with them, right? But other squirrel, you don't have any feeling because they run away. They're far away. So you don't have any feeling. But this one, you get some feeling. He gets some feeling, and you get some feeling also.
근데 인상 가도 남주 가래나 툭 대와이나 파데 간에 zubo가 가만히 제가나 남주가 가만히 제가나 그 통화지 시에는 땡데데 소가가 이래고 살와.
So if you meet the person in face to face, and then communicate in some way, either by vocally or through appearance, then you get some feeling.
다 단다진 세리밖에 라고 못다. 님마지 땡데 될라게 라 용을 스타트 하고 못 되게 믿음이 바로 저걸 내고도 믿음을 저걸 내고도 해야 돼. 님마지 말레나다 아니 맞다 따들어. 땡데 용거랬어.
So someday, soon, the scientists will come, and say that, oh, these smart devices, are causing, problem, among the people having, a relationship and affection, with each other.
땡데라 용거래. 제가서 설문 당들었다.
So they're not saying that now, but they will definitely say that soon.
다 빼차잖아 배나 안주고 시당에 배워 야고 들어갑니다. 배에 루슬라 꽃단 등게 매와인다. 아마다 부근이 냠도 빠졌다. 윤탈라 루치니 냠도 얘들을 와로 이숨.
So like I'm not saying that Tibetans are good or bad, but because of not having the facility, right, condition, the parents and the mother and the child, they sleep together, for at least for a year or two, after the mother give birth to a child.
다 나중에 아메가 오마데 루치니다. 같이 루트드는 더 아메가 오마나 되더래요.
And so then they definitely go like a nipple on the mother's breast, for like at least 2-3 years. Or some the child they even go like 5-6 years old. They're still like hanging on mother's breast.
근데 제월할 때는 아마도 보고 paralayo. 미세가 다 소리 내거든 같이.
And so by doing that, there is like strong feeling, between the mother and the child.
배나 장보는 붙여서도 샴닌제그 안 랍자 담보딩 아마스나 라쇼송도.
So His Holiness mentioned that he got the lesson of loving kindness and compassion first, from his mother.
다 룸반 델라 양이 룸반데 누구 keleng마다 보기 같잖아. 아니 보고 로직 나와 가지나 대가 다셔 그래. 아마도 바지 추 이제 같이 추든지 쓰시는데 아마도 보냠도 근데 추성관냠도 열에 바지 요 말에.
So here, in this country, I'm not saying bad, but most of the mother, right, the child when they are like already about 1 or 1.5 years old, they are already sent to the daycare, and then mother goes to work for 8-10 hours, right, and then I don't know how much time really mother get to spend with the child, maybe about 5 hours out of 24 hours, maybe about 5 hours, that much time only.
디 갈라야 아니 보고라 아메고마도 되게도 얼마데.
And on top of that, the mother doesn't feed her breast milk to the child.
근데 인자다 보고들라 아니 가지 아마로 제와도 가는 라는거도 곧 소알레면도.
And so because of that, then there is less feeling the child has towards the mother.
근데 맞춰도 근데 소알레도 삼고도.
Do you think like that?
단단 가서 부모 주지되다 아마냠도 돼 뭐라 빼 가지고 소화슈 무슨 레겨 그래. 뭘 아마라시.
So like the child, the little girl, she's sitting with her mother, right? She has very strong bond, with her mother.
근데 인자 보고다 아마니 보라 가세 타녀와요 쌈지가. 가세 또 망보 씨와 쌈지가 아니 소화도 휴실 레겨도.
So how much how much time the child spends with the mother, that much more strong feeling the child gets towards the mother.
근데 이제 다 단다잖아도 다 나도 가시가시 연구를 빼나 부디 아마냠도 소화시라 제 말랑이 소라가도 아마도 가리 침보르나 싫어고 세메시라 랭가 말했어.
And so therefore many children who didn't have that kind of affection built up with the mother because of not spending enough time with the mother, if you tell them to remember to think about the kindness of mothers, they don't understand that. I said, how kind is how come my mother is so kind?
근데 이제 땅에 대시하게 진세 등하면서 미세대 파트 내와 이집시 존나 에밀전에 땅마다 같이 마 투지 깨전냠도 시에지 야가나 누냐ම් 치나 미비바 소일래 그래.
So what I'm trying to say is instead of like texting or emailing among the people, if you meet and talk face to face, then you get more feelings.
근데 지나선 단들 내봐나 배나 남주처럼 배나 사님아 딱봐 레드경이나 니마치만 저 선밥시라 집어요 말이. 아니 니마치 스캡치 니마니 스캡치 섬 스캡치 되네 정말 소화게 레그 말고.
So if you keep on coming for like example, you come to class here every Sunday, if you keep coming every day, and then if you cannot, doesn't get to come one day, then you get sad, you miss the place. Oh, I didn't get to go like that. But if you skip 1 day and then skip 2 days and skip that, then you keep on skipping so many days. Then after some time, you don't get any feeling. You don't have any feeling at all.
진짜 뭐든 밑바람 제와세트 빼 지나도 루틴 생도 빼 내가 지 모양도 와.
And so it's very important, that relationship, between person to person.
근데 인자 가서 이나 단데도 간지 단다 로카지 다 둘둘로 살던데 둘둘 야야로 해 말해. 간지 단 트릭도 예전 간 로로전 다 dinga서 로 체슈 계제가 돼서 페이스북 다 Instagram Instagram, then go the Shamba Kanto site. Twitter, then what?
What else?
Facebook,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, anyway. They have so many places to go, right? Then that time meet in the part 2 year, meet 3 year, then part 3 year. Kanji, then you meet the big part of the part, and that do know.
So this technology, is causing this problem to become bigger and bigger. Right? It's this problem of losing the contact and interaction between people. It's becoming worse and worse. It's going to get even worse now, because the technology is really enhancing so much. So nowadays everything you see, is about somebody else you want to know about that person, you see in the Facebook. So you don't really call them or write them, and ask them about how they're doing. They say, oh, okay, he's doing fine, so you lost that interaction with the people.
that thing on the time they chasing on the fix it or the mother, Shadang is Tashidang Rodano, Tachang Tado, Luchuchanga Jelaya, therapy, then the casuals, then they paying on the meat parallel. They what love.
And so of course, just a bunch of us, a handful of people here talking about it must make no difference, and of course, this is spreading all over the place. Even in the third world country, you have all these smartphones, where people communicate with it that way now. And so I think after maybe 10-15 years, they will really come to understand that this is causing to lose affection among the people, and then they will complain about it.
Penangazo bathroom to the two the Subundi part 2 the Geshe Marco. Mitsoy much. Don't push out Chibarco, so
So like in the bus, you're sitting next to each other and you're touching the person, but you don't have any feeling. It's like same as touching to a piece of rock.
That Tanda share, I'll up to Nakuan, not a share, some Yako share.
So not only that you have affection, you even are scared that, oh, if I touch him, he might complain about it.
Today the Tating of Tendi, that's all letter. Minamto Tendi Savoy.
So we have come to the point, where we have this kind of superstition in our mind.
Today ready the remedy to the some together, some do it. What do you
Is it
think?
like that? Do you ever think about like that?
Yes.
I think I agree with a lot of what you're saying about the lack of social contact. But as far as strangers on transportation, I think it was always that way. You never talk to them. And
Yeah.
It's unusual even before smartphones. So I don't think that's changed that much.
Yeah, I think that this is a problem in the also smartphone thing. Like India, you go to very noisy, I think there's also touch the short in on Lumba de Karo, Luxo Mandavachi, Miganga Lojon Yaboyachi, any chatting Yawachi, Taco Kayasa Chimbayarota, Javado, Pedro, Janaro, Moji, Shazana Doja Chibaris, Kangachi and Rosha. Tanda Jekaleco, Kale Mohoma, there, then they joined on Sarva.
Morrison and Yama looks almost the smartphone mega cups are going to get shimers there. Lombadilla.
Teche the Pajimid, Pajimid party Chichi, Chimeva, second minute. Takashta the Homesta. I don't know why they don't talk each other.
So yeah, like you were saying, even before the smartphone, right? People don't talk to each other that much, Like if you're a stranger, then you don't you just say, okay, I don't know this person, so you just avoid that person, right? But in India and Nepal, it wasn't like that. They're like, even if somebody says, oh, is somebody going by? I say, oh, where are you going? You have to tell them where you're going. Here you say, oh no, I don't want to bother. I don't want to ask where they're going. But there they ask, oh, what are you doing? Oh, did you eat? Something like that, all the time, right? And so, but nowadays, because of the smartphone, they're all so busy with their things, and they don't even look at each other. They're so busy and they're talking and so much noise going on, but still they're so busy with their phones.
Pena Tiripena, second or Tiripena, Chubdin Jobje Captala, Miganga, Mik to Sola, Penjo to Nishidan, Savage and a Kangamanitana, Milaya, Deva, and he listened to Devan Tragedy, something to Yosova.
Pesha
Yoina, and you Takangan, Tapesha, Kangate Makos Yoina, and he made Devan Tragedy. That Tene Benata, no show Lombalita, Yaji Shundota, Ishi, and I showed them, Payajadora, Inata, no show me to Shichane, Kirkama, Shichane, and Shasho made this, no show me this Pusutoa, and Patachi Shichuma. That Tig, Tisanga Tig Shujin, that is not Shashola Pat, Kanga chapter door, Segados, in Lauda, in Hagometa.
It is said that, I just heard, but I don't know if it's really true, that during the 16th or 17th century, people, think that if you have money, you'll be very happy. Yeah. And so then they found that in the West, they have so much money. So the people all try to come to West, to earn money. And now they're in the West, even they have money, they don't really like communicate with people in that way. And so now that is spreading, to the East also. So now people are becoming like that also in the East.
Pena mila shedong choe kange kase yowatanji ani kange maa tu sedog duwa. Choa kange kase nyona tige kange sho sedog mdo.
Choa.
No, choe toni.
So like if people who have difficulties, hardship, in terms of like the livelihood, and it's more easier for them to face the difficulties or bear with the difficulties. So people who have less difficulties, with the livelihood, it's much harder for them to bear the difficulties.
다 간주가 될래 간주 매랑 간주 teni 지침보다 계속 해매서 간주 지금 당근보다 그 먹게 되는데 그 빌드는 간주 삼고서 간주 산다 간주 나가요 말했어.
Of course, the East, people in the East, other countries, think that the Americans are very rich, right? But then Americans among themselves, they say, "Oh no, I'm not rich. Whatever I'm earning, I spend all that, and all my money goes into the mortgage, into paying bills, and all these things. So I don't have money. I'm not rich, nothing like that."
근데 다 내랑 간주 집에나 얌 배나 샤쇼고 미다 롬바 쪼나게 밀어 먹어와 배나 딱 달록 섬록 실용어도 배치 당겨.
So, but we spend all that money, right? So of course we make a lot of money, but we also spend all that money. So how much we spend, compared to the other world country, other people, it's like 3-4 times more. So for them, with the like 1/3 or 1/4 or 1/5 of what we spend would be enough for them, right? So we spend like 4 or 5 times more than they spend.
다양 간주 고요진에 대고고 여러 봐. 맨나한테 저기 말이야.
Because of the situation or environment that we're in, we need that, right? We need that. Without that, we cannot live also.
간들 들으래서 다 간주 근도람 진짜 가세 좀 받아지 나타마 뇨드라마 잠바지가 마래도.
So the more facilities, we have, more problems we get, right? Or more, sickness, more diseases, more unhappiness we get.
대행의 삼동이 라기 와대 야갈라 맹간 삼동 멤버스 네바 매야 그대 그대 내려진데 진짜 잠가 디가드는 야갈라 좋나나 맹간 로초고리 차원 받는 로초고리 참고 보는 로초고다.
So like Geshe said, he mentioned earlier about the doctors, right? So in India, you can go to see doctor for anything. If you have a cold, you can go see doctor. They will give you medicine right away. If you have a fever, you can go see doctor. You give medicine right away. Here, if you go see them, they will say, "Oh no, it's okay. You just you get over it by yourself or like in 2-3 days." They don't give medicine at all. But in India, they give medicine right away and make you better. And in India, like so many, there are less sick people and more doctors. So doctors are waiting for the patients to come. But here, there are so many patients and so little doctors. And you have to make appointment, to see doctors, and you don't get appointment to see doctors for a long time.
그냥 엄마 간주 앞에래 그냥 간주 lumbar 매매지 요 말이. 얘나 나니 신도와 미세처럼 다 가지가 요라면서. 밑에가 뭐다 로든지 자시 로자들이 등에다 요 찌빠찌빠는 그래.
So Geshe in his village, there were no doctors at all, but there were very rare people die, of disease. So most of the people, they just live up to like 70, 80, 90, even up to 100 years old.
제가 나니들 웬디 가서 바인도 그랬어. 뭐내 라파차 그랬어. 간주 lumbar 여서 사자들아 다 줌바들래. 미상 바지 제자 되었는데. 멤버 지어요 말. 뭐 제가 사시면 저기 저.
So like last time when Wendy, she went to Tibet in Geshe's village, and she fell down and she broke her wrist, and there were like 800 families in that village, right? But there was no doctor at all, so she had to go to other village, the other town, city, to get treatment.
다 아들 별대 내나지 요 말다. 다 바지 가다지 가셔야 돼. 라파 해요 말다.
So other place also they don't have a proper doctor, so the doctor so they put just some kind of a wood, and then tie it with a kata.
나도 데려다 가서 그만 주의가 밀 라파잖아. 아니 주바샤 나는 말 주바샤인데 근데 다바 가셔야 돼. 장로 돼.
So when they hand, they put a wood, on this both side, and then they just tie with some rope, and then it will heal by itself.
띵고네 지진나 베베나 남시당 베나 자치당 뭐지 뭐지 채워서 들어봤어.
Of course, I think maybe there's big difference, the environment, and then the air, quality and everything, the water and air quality, all these things, contribute to that.
베나 가서 베베 가서 녹파도이나 아니 샤사거리 마르사거리 또 조대전 야사 되고.
세준 세모니.
세준 요말 세준 히도 요말잖아. 히도 요말잖아.
So like the nomads, all they eat is tsampa and butter and meat, no vegetables at all, no fruits at all.
당님마다 다 대선도 빠져 들어왔어.
Yeah, during Geshe's time, didn't have any.
Until they're 90?
They live under 90.
얘나 대 나사 두고도 저 요말이야.
Yeah, no diseases, no severe diseases at all.
대상 다 지치는 것도 한 먹어 줘 봤다. 나 지네세다 라베레세 같이 벌어. 지네세다 근데 트리비세다 캔서세다 나다 진 고만요 다지. 나 연한 것도 한 먹어 줘 봐.
Yeah, so Geshe said never heard of those kind of diseases like diabetes, and so the TB and cancer and all these things. Maybe they had it, but they never heard about it.
Maybe we don't know. But 얘나 대나다 휴식거다 얘나. 가지가지 놓치는 거 신도가 들으면 망하지. 나도 너와 집어지냐 너와 놓치 신도가 지금 보시는 거 몰래도.
파일 놓치는 신이 열어.
일로 좀 신싱해 요랬고. 바라도 와야 삼삼 좋은 시도하다.
So yeah, they might have some diseases there also, because there are young people who die. There are also some young people. They say just they have a pain in the stomach and then they die out of stomach ache. Yeah, but here you don't see that people dying out of a stomach ache. But there they don't have medicine, so they just go through that, and then after some time they die.
잼에도 보고 지는 방법 정도 그러지.
And especially women, women they die a lot, giving birth to child.
다 룸반 던지는 더 다시 자세 자는 자세 굽지 고거도 좀 좋은 거 하면 돼.
So here it's like 100%, almost 100%, right? Like 99.99% women don't die of giving birth. That's because they have the facilities, to prevent that.
어떤데다 why I'm to talk about that. 근데다 가더스다 why I'm to talk about that things. Just talk some stories. 근데 가더스 지 다 룸발라 진텐제 가세 좀 받으면 디 소지 요다 말 나사 말 고야 말 아니 샘티 말 근데 레도.
So more facilities we have, more problems we have, more diseases, and more needs, right? All this, more bad things.
간주 파이도 원래 라시 장에서 파지다 요 미스바는 그래.
And then more stress, more commit suicide, like all these things. So it's like in the village, you like virtually don't hear anybody commit suicide.
Anyway, 나 멘티스 카드는 간주 믿다 못 바라까지 는 대화셔야 돼. 빼는 것이 무작도.
So most important thing is to have this the social bond, a relationship between people to people.
근데 다다 소속은 남이 조보 조목하래나 가디나야 파지 뭐다 뭐 투네야 칼라냐 보사야 자냠도 통야 대체 빼는 것이 뭐라도.
And so it's good to have this interaction with your friends and families, your husband, wife, brothers, sisters, siblings, all this, to meet together and have food, drink, together, and interact in that way.
아니 지금 소속 좋아지면 봐나 지금 가디나 투데나 아니 다 이거 소래게로.
So the husband and wife also, the more you meet, more feeling you will have, right?
얘는 삼삼 가디 투어더니 투냐 투바 마셔줘야.
Or sometimes maybe more you meet, more trouble, more argue you have, right?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. 다 들리다 다 두전다 냉가로 지나서 소소래 진 가리 짜스 못 채게도 짜스 못 채. 다 대매야 답시 가네도 또 텔레치 좀다. 생아도 당한 요모 맞자와 좀아 지하고 주는 것도 제가 된데 하고 뭐도 들리다 요모 가시 해라죠. 어쨌든 로종도 요래. 아니 기시 체크하고 손을 돼.
So just like Geshe Tsulga said in his teaching on the
You said that.
7 points of mind training, that whatever delusion is most strongest in your mind, first apply antidote to that.
Okay? 다 드링에 지나서 로치기 당아도 삼손 담아서가는데 또 지나서 빌잖아 지금 다 리다 샘 가리 가지 짜서 무슨 요모 가리 채도 삼모지다 대마트도 총아 답이다나 배 뱀보여서.
So whatever delusion irritates you most, right? Whichever delusion, then try to apply a method, to minimize that. So that's the basic, instruction of the whole year that we should all apply to.
그래서 다 자외전에 장소군에 야고시라래. 네, 장소 소놈의 첨보래. 간소 담주지 밀리톱 산지 땜받은 자. 대화 진부 아니 지 주든 자세 되시라. 갈래카오다 장소 타만 자되래. 쇼진의 소놈 첨보래. 아니 수수고 소놈기 따지 대 수수 아니 배제다에 빼는 거 첨보래.
So basically, you are doing very good. You are very fortunate. You have been born as a human being. You have met with the teachings of the Buddha. You have met with the teachers who explained to you all the teachings of the Buddhas. And so whatever the fortunate situation that you are in, you should try to use that for good purpose, for this life and then the future lives.
그래서 땅가서 단대장원을 주네. 다 담보는 붙이 딱 뭐는 지 산지 꿈에서 주는데 봐. 다나진 그 때들 한번 사람 싫어. 근데 좀만도 뒤가까지 다 두자 자대는 아주 손님 심벌라고 말이야. 저서 나한테 와는 게 손님 심벌라고 말다.
And so you're very fortunate that you have, met with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who is the actual living Buddha, and of course our most precious Guru, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, So that you're very fortunate that you have met all these kind of great gurus. I'm not saying you're fortunate because you met a guru like me.
네마치 룸시에요스. 다 지나서 서도 친구들 지나 와 도레스. 나 와한테 토마뇨스. 토마뇨. 라가토스.
So just like a lama who gave initiation, and after giving initiation, he said, "Oh, you are very fortunate that you received this initiation. I myself have never received this before." So he didn't receive, but he gave it to you.
근데에서 다 가서 bên 로치라 빼 야고 청송 나라나 빼 semba 가고 청송 아니 로주만은 가서 다 나진도 돼 참여가야 아니 가서 끊어 주고 그랬어.
So I'm very happy that this whole year has been very good. So many good things have happened in this year, and hopefully it will be same, or even better next year. So we should all set up this proper motivation, to do a better in the next years.
아니 자손 참아다 내섬도 난 건데 빼 말한 그 담이 짜체쇼 마미 로치요.
So I consider you all of you as my family, most close people that I have in my life.
아니 삼성이 저도 됐어.
Sometimes I press your buttons also.
스페셜 사운드 push button the million. 그래서 다 가서 빼야 버렸어. 가서 대신 간데 빼야 버렸어. We are very good.
So generally we're very good.
그래서 button 됐어. nem나 야요 삼성.
But sometimes it's good to press your buttons.
Anyway, we are very good. I'm very glad to all of you. I'm very happy all of it, you guys. I really feel my family here. Then this afternoon I'm going to India, and also I'm going to Sera. Then I'm not just going to hang it for vacation to fun. Go to Sera to see the monks. Then go Bodh Gaya to receive some teachings. His Holiness the Lama. He's all 83 years old now. We much we can try to get some teachings. Of course, I got so many teachings I'm not able to practice it, but we plan we can get it more straight. The holy place. Then we're going to also tour to Nepal in India. So very grateful. Then like that. Then I hope you are everyone to healthy, happy, successful life, or whatever your wishes to become without any obstacles. Then main things, try to keep your mind always positive. Then try to keep, until I achieve enlightenment. I want to study, just not stop. Okay? This is, we never have enough to study, practice. That's very important. Okay? Therefore, we have the center here. Through the center, we also benefit for all our sentient beings. Therefore, I'm very happy, and I'm going to see also a lot of teachers. Then wherever I go, I take with you guys. Okay? I said, okay. All the students with me. I just okay. Even your physical, not that. I said, mentors all with me. I can dedicate all of you. Okay? Then I think we stop here. Then try to, whatever we study this year, try to read this again, try to put into practice much as you can. You know, we never say, okay, I finished it, I read this book, I studied this book, then leave the book there. It's just never work. You need to bring that book, put into the practice much as you can. Okay? Then try to little bit Lojong meditation. You know, His Holiness said many times, you just recite the 100 syllables on the Oman Pemo weeks, it doesn't change your mind. You're really thinking, then really change your mind. You know, this is very powerful words. Okay? Then like that, then I think we stop. Thank you so much. Then we also see you the next year, right?
When you come back, in February?
January.
Oh, in January.
January 23rd.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay?
too long.
Yeah, not too long, but I miss you guys.
Yes, yes, bless you.
Okay.
Okey-doke. All right. Now you want to turn to page 39 of the prayer book, please. Saji Peki Jushin Eta Sran Ri Rabling Ji Ni De Gempadi Sange Jingdu Mite Uwa Gidra Kunamda Yingla Choparsho Jesu Lame Kujerapten Jingnam Katrinle Chochuge Padang Lobsan Tempe Drume Sapsum Gidro Emunzel Tatu Negushi Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niryatayami. From my two collections, vast of space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach the state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Benjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the flowing course of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion, in whichever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the current path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzing Gyatso Chenrei Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Tong Ni Ning Je che che sa tse gang chen ten tro gun chag na pe mo ten zin gyat so la so wa deb so je dun bun thru show. Page 49, short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tung tsung chang zing chom gong ge wei ten zin gyom pe wei gong so do por tse chong tsung ku wei le mon tu dru pa da zo du je gun du zab ten show. Your form embodies all Buddhas. Your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O protector, to be cared for by you from earth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act, whether by way of body, speech, and mind, be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. And we'll finish on page 75, Mixama. Me me se wei te chen chen rei sig Tree make and pay wang ho jam pel yang gang chen ke pe su gen song kapa lop santra pe zabla so wa dem.
I'm here. Thanks. Hi, Geshe. Thank you so much, Geshe. Thank you for teaching this here and everything Geshe led us through with the beautiful slides that were there and everything that Geshe did. We will miss Geshe during the time that you're away, and we'll be very happy to welcome Geshe back. And I know a few of our folks will be joining the pilgrimage, so that we will need a big, nice presentation when Geshe comes back. So Thanks for that. And Damchula, thank you so much for the year and everything you've done for us this year, and then all your help you're going to give. Thank you so much for December and January. Damchula kindly will be leading and teaching the Wednesday evening classes one week this December, and then in January, Dr. Nick Rebush from Lamyoshi Wisdom Archive will be leading classes. He and I are still going back and forth a bit on the teaching topic, but just watch our calendar. We'll continue to have the pujas. There's one next Saturday. So just keep an eye on the calendar. Things are, fortunately, I think for all of us, a little bit quieter. And then we can rejuvenate and recharge for the new year. Again, thank you so much, Geshe. Thank you, Damcho.